Welcome back, everybody, to the B stream of the ASUS ROG Dreamleague, where some intense Southeast Asian action is about to happen. Is Korea part of Southeast Asia?
Yes.
It is.
Well, it's more like
Mainland Asia?
it's just like East Asia.
East Asia.
Yeah.
So okay.
And not just intense Dota action. We got some intense lights.
Yes,
on
and
our
we
face.
actually have the
We look bright.
I look kind of pink. I don't know. Anyways, enough about ourselves. There is a game to be played.
Sure.
To be spectated if you want it. So let's just go straight into the game.
All right, let's go.
We can talk about our days if nothing happens at the beginning. So go into the game. Now, magic. Boom. Yes, I like that. So we have Rave versus MVP Phoenix. This is an AP remake.
Oh, great. No draft.
No
I like
draft.
that. And just go into the game.
Yeah.
And look at this. Like, Rave is playing some aggressive nuking.
You know, Rave actually is not doing bad at all. I was looking at their games. They're 5-0 with, I think they played a total of 6 games on 682. And they're 5-0 on Magnus, 5-0 on Ogre Magic. No, definitely not. Okay, they played 10 games. They're 5-0 with Ogre Magi, they're 5-0 with Magnus, they're 5-0 with Central War Runner, 3-0 with Ancient Apparition, 2-0 with Faceless Void. In contrast, they're not doing terrible with any hero. Like, they only... Yay, less light. I mean, the worst hero is actually, aside from a few that lost just once in one game, is Witch Doctor, where they're 1 and 2.
Okay, I mean, Witch Doctor support being 1 and 2 doesn't actually say
exactly.
much.
Doesn't say anything about themselves.
But this particular lineup by Rave nukes very, very hard. And I think MVP Phoenix has the appropriate cores to deal with hard nuking lineup. Viper gets very tanky. Rave King, well, he has 2 lives, so he doesn't care too much.
Do you have your in-game sound super low?
I don't have any in-game sound.
I would love to have in-game sound.
It's okay. Bruno would love to have in-game sound, so.
Okay. Okay, so here we have, let's introduce the teams, and I'll start with MVP Phoenix. We have Kyo on the Wraith King, gonna play the carry. Heen, who again, as we said, like sometimes plays support, sometimes plays mid. He's gonna be playing the Skarath Mage mid. Raisin is going to be the other support on the Rubik. Then we have March on the Viper, probably gonna be playing that solo mid role. And finally, on the offlane, we have the Bat Rider, played by Forever.
Yep. Meanwhile, back on the Radiant side, or Dire side, we have Jail playing the Razor. Back in Chrissy, looks like they're gonna go offensive. No, Faceless Void is gonna be offlane, what I'm saying. Yeah. We have Cast, 15th on the Crystal Maiden. I'm not sure what that refers to. We have Ninja Boogie, I believe is this.
Has to be Ninja Boogie.
Playing Ogre Magi with boots first. Last but not least, we have Ryo.
It's like playing with the Ryo wire. But it's Ryo on the Elder Titan, which I was talking to Wepas today. He said that offlane Elder Titan is actually pretty good here.
Offlane Elder Titan was always good, except...
You shouldn't play 30 hours straight, Scriff. Perfect World gets angry at you. Ryza is gonna get the lift? No, he doesn't get the lift.
Oh, he wanted to throw him out the cliff. Although I don't think it works.
Sometimes, certain angles, it works. Oh no, you missed. Well, now you know which one it is. But Elder Titan is gonna be pretty comfortable there at the beginning. I mean, he has no risk of dying if you think about it. Because the Rubik and the Skywrath Mage don't have that much power at level 1.
Dually made against a Viper. Although this looks good, actually I think Viper
wins.
Yeah, wins very, very hard. So Crystal Maiden is actually one of the worst kind of static lane supports, unless the other person has like a stun or a big damaging nuke. But you know what? They're gonna harass March for now. But once March gets to like level 2, the lane is won.
Yeah, they want Corrosive Skin level 1, which is actually kind of interesting because it disencourages harassing. And it's going to reduce the magic damage from the Frostbite and the Frost Nova, which is interesting because it's going to make his last hitting a little bit harder. He will not be able to poison attack spam, but I mean, you wouldn't be able to just because you're against the dual lane at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, missing the first wave is nothing to really cry about. And I think the Corrosive Skin is really good against Crystal Maiden because when Crystal Maiden Frostbite you and hits you, she actually is so slow because of the Corrosive Skin slow that you get a ton of free hits off. Meanwhile, it looks like Crystal Maiden is going to be able to go back in the jungle and supplement her farm, which I guess makes this dual lane in particular not too bad, because she's not sapping away too much experience. She gets to check the runes, she gets to get a big creep from time to time. So
yeah, let's check the top lane for a moment, and we have there the ward scouting everything that Ninja Boogie is doing, but that doesn't stop Jaya from pretty much free farming. He only needs 1 creep. Forever realizes he cannot get too close to that lane, so he's going to try and secure that room.
I might die here, actually. Frostbite is going to open things up, I imagine. No.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
But he will not get that rune.
Yeah, I think you give the rune here to the Ogre Magi.
I mean...
Well,
I mean, he doesn't have Firefly now.
I assume it was a bounty rune, but in fact it wasn't. Heen taking a little bit of damage on the bottom lane. Looks like a haste rune going to go to mid lane. That haste rune really doesn't offer much against a Viper.
Rider, he just used Firefly.
You're going to go for Bat again?
I think you should.
I mean, Bat has boots, so... And you don't have Nova. You don't have Nova on CM. Oh, Courier snipe. Bang. One more hit. He's got boots. Oh no, he's too slow, but he's fast enough. And meanwhile, back in the mid, it looks like there's going to be a jump. The lift is going to come in. Nicely done, but Ogre coming in, Fire Blast, Ignite. First blood goes to Reason, and he's actually balling up. That's going to be 2 kills going towards MVP Phoenix after getting first blood.
Look at Razy, he has 1200 gold now. If you want your quick Blink Dagger on your Rubik.
I think you go for Arcane Boots to get better spam, but hey, if he wants to go Blink, who am I to reject that from him?
I know, right? Favorable trade for MVP.
Yeah, and that's the reason why you go Corrosive Skin and you level up Corrosive Skin, because CM was like moving away so slow that Reason was able to pick
What's max level of Corrosive? Minus 25% movement speed?
A lot.
Yeah, minus 25%.
Yeah, and for a CM, she already doesn't move fast enough, so.
Yeah. That is actually pretty good.
All things going pretty well. I mean, you have a dueling mid and you're not really winning that mid lane. Although the Ogre roaming and getting a kill and dying, that's not too bad. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you lost the courier, that's it.
Yeah. Actually, with the courier being part of the exchange, I say it's pretty even.
Yeah? Yeah. It's a walking courier though, so it's actually almost back online.
So, from today's games and yesterday's games, it seems like Crystal Maiden's kind of like the flavor of the month.
Which
although
I'm not sure I agree with. I mean,
at least for the Korean scene, right?
Yeah.
We saw MVP Phoenix using it. Now we see Rave using it.
We saw not Korean.
Well, I mean, they play in the Korean region.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is Zephyr Korean? Technically, they're not, but they're playing Korean Dota.
Fair enough. But yeah, so
Radiant's middle tower is under
I don't know. I particularly don't like Crystal Maiden much, just for the fact that she's slow. She doesn't bring much in terms of damage. Although the Frostbite being buffed is kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal Maiden being you used to have to play her exclusively as like a roaming hero that gets a ton of kills and need to do a lot early game, but now she has the ability to jungle, and her aura is actually really, really good for example, Elder Titan on the offlane, where you just kind of spam a lot. Looks like they're gonna make another go on March. Nova open things up as well as jump. Looks like March is gonna be dead here. Yeah, too many stun, too many nukes, and Christy nicely gets the last hit as well. And Ninja Boogie gets 2 points to Fire Blast. Is this like,
well, Ryder's dead. Okay, that's a good rotation from Ryder, and now they're going to encounter...
They actually could kill them. Ninja Boogie's got enough mana. He's going to go for Forever. I don't think that's the correct target. Yeah. I think Scarif Mage was much easier of a kill.
But Scarif Mage is very far from his base right now.
Well,
there's a rotation coming. Well, the Elder Titan is not going to do anything, right?
No. Yeah, I think if they just Fire Blast and ignited Heen, he would have been easily dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's with all these pros as we see Q is actually dead here.
Yeah, that was actually a complete not paying attention.
Yeah.
What was with these pros with what?
Not leveling up Ignite at level 3.
I am confused about that as well.
Yeah, Ignite is just a far better spell at level 3 compared to Fire Blast. But you know.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually giving farm to Reason. They're saying, hey man, you already got like first blood and double kill or something.
Yeah.
Might as well go for the full blink.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he can.
I mean, dude, if you get a full blink on a support, let's say 10 minutes into the game, your game opens up so much.
Well, you could initiate much better for your team. It's like having, yeah, I suppose. I don't think it's like as big impact as, let's say, for example, Bat Rider having a blink right now. Although it's kind of about the same, right? They feel the same, bro.
It is.
Actually, it's exactly the same. They do the same thing. They blink in, they find somebody.
Someone, they bring it back.
Yeah.
Ninja Boogie with a haste is going to try to find the Bat Rider. Can he kill him? The Firefly is on, but no, he decides to go.
Chronosphere is going to get spent on March on the mid lane. The lift, I think March is still dead.
Yeah, it doesn't change it.
You know, we're saying that March is going to have a good time here, but all of this roaming gank is really effective.
It's kind of like they took a page from IG. They said, well, IG yesterday kind of destroyed MVP's early game just by roaming, and I think they had the same combination.
Yeah.
Ogre Magi and Crystal Maiden.
No, I think CM was on MVP Phoenix. I remember the Sven Lashrak game.
Yeah.
And then it was a Kunga Venge game. I forgot what they did on game 3.
Lose. They did lose.
Huh?
They lost. That's what they did.
Yeah, but what was the support on game 3 for IG? I'm pretty sure they roamed as well. It was like Sand King Skywrath Mage, something like that.
Yeah. It was a Void game, Void Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, in any case, it seems like, you're right, MVP Phoenix has a very, very weak tendency against teams that roam hard and roam often. But Forev is closing into the Blink Dagger, so the counter ganking potential will get much better.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well there. And the Wraith King as well, with the Midas. I mean, yes, he died. He was a little bit overzealous there. Yeah. But now he has Reincarnation.
Yeah, they could turn this. If anybody TPs in, Kyo's going to die for sure. Might as well throw out a stun before he does. Reincarnation is going to proc. Nobody TPs in. And he's going to die second time.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's going to be dead. He's going to stun Ninja
chose
Boogie,
the right stun target.
But
no rotations at all.
That was a lot of time where anybody could TP in. I would say still, there's no TP.
No TP, well, TP,
yeah, no TP.
Mana, no HP.
But I think all of this, you could see that Rubik is farming top. Like, he's closing on his blink. Batrider already has his blink. And you imagine that Rave King, some point down the road, is going to get a blink as well. So this team's going to fight amazingly well once triple Blink Dagger gets online.
Oh, yeah, I give props to them because that's something that not many pro teams do, which is, okay, your support has an incredible start, give farm to the support, even if it doesn't really make natural sense. And they're going to go to Q
dead again. I'm surprised they didn't die for that.
Yeah. Another in this awkward position. Q has no right-click damage at all, so there's no point for him just trying to even last it.
He tried, but he actually has no damage, like you said. I'm surprised that Q doesn't actually have any points into stats. Generally, like, you get at least 1 or 2 value stats points because you really need help with your mana pool.
And now the level 7 March with max corrosive skin.
He needed to. He still died a lot, though.
I disagree with he needed.
Well, you see how many times he died. So he died 4 times mid.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Blink.
I would actually like to see March get a magic stick. I think if he had a magic stick in the lane, he would die much less, or at least survive much longer. The magic stick would have actually gave him more survivable power than maxing that corrosive skin. But the support duels are coming in, and they're looking for Kyo. Kyo shouldn't die here with a Skywrath helping out, but straight up TP. Frostbite's going to cancel it. Now he's going to die. Wow.
It was a very rushed TP. He didn't need to TP straight away. The Fire Blast was used already.
Well, he wanted to, he saw the Fire Blast used, so it's like, oh, let's TP now, but Crystal Maiden then came in.
Yeah. And now, Ninja Boogie, he has a stun, he has
Silence is going to come up, but you can just walk right next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a stun. Ignite's going to follow. It's going to be a multicast. Nova from max range. Frostbite, no mana though, but the long range of the Plasma Field will finish things off. You know, for that, all the Blink Dagger. Reason comes in, gets a kill. He's now level 7. He could steal a Nova or buy. No, he steals Plasma Field, purges himself, and tries to run himself out of there, but Jail moving much quicker with phase, and it's going to burn him down. I think, one last hit. You know, normally when you get all of this Blink Dagger, you should be the one that's picking or counter picking, but they're not doing any of that. So.
Well, to be fair, he did the pick.
Yeah.
He blinked and killed the Ogre Magi, but just because you're a Rubik, and there seems to be no support, no like coordination as a team for MVP. Every lane is very static, just doing what they can. I mean, Viper now has a TP. He can TP if he needs to or wants to. But Rider, he should just like, he has the. He already has his dagger, so he should be the one creating something, and his ultimate is off cooldown right now. So we'll see if I think it's Forever playing the Bat Rider is trying to get something. Maybe if they can get the Faceless Boy top mid, that would be something.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard kill unless you have Ancient Steel around in time. But it looks like they're doing just that. There's 3 heroes walking towards the mid lane. They're smoked up. They're looking for a kill. Killing the Void is kind of
they have a lot of lockdown.
A cheap and easy kill. Like, you just blink in, silence him up, blow everything onto him. Here we go. Let's see if they mess it up. All right, Viper Strike, Ancient Steel. And there you go.
But see, at least you see Rave, the TP rotations are pretty amazing.
Wow, Reason. I mean, right now, March is trying to chase it. He's just applying slow. He's not even actually doing any damage. Reason, though, gets his own link and uses it on the Ogre. And that's kind of what you expect, because if you look at the two difference of the team support. On one side, the Dire support have Arcane Boots on Ogre and an Urn on Crystal Maiden. That they got it from basically participating in all these fights, which is good for them. Meanwhile, the MVP supports have a Skywrath that's very, very underfarmed and a Rubik that's very, very overfarmed.
Yep.
And because of that, I think MVP has a much higher potential in this mid game because a blink is going to do much more for you. Chrono's going to come in, but Reason should be able to blink and lift Chrissy out. He blinks, steals a Chrono, lifts him back, tosses. No, he did not toss it to the CM.
That's awkward.
Yeah, that is awkward. He does have Chrono, but no mana cast it for now. No mana for Fable. 1 mana Fable. There you go. But he already jumps out. So. Pretty rough. He's gonna go for it. Fable not gonna hit. Not only that, he reveals there's a high ground ward for MVP, so that thing should be dewarded. Oh, can he get the rune? No!
Oh, he got it.
He got it?
He got it. I think.
I don't know. They didn't say who picked it up.
No, it showed like light blue, but it was either him or the light blue Ogre Magi. I think it was Rubik.
Okay. So a lot of things went wrong for that fight for MVP Phoenix.
Yeah.
And if I was Rave, I would be like, hey, let's just deward that. It's free.
Yeah, I mean.
Because basically he blinked to the low ground and then.
High ground.
Yeah, shot to high ground.
Yeah. Do they have wars in them though? Like.
No, it looks like not. They're more worried about killing people. I guess that's forget about vision. If they never really utilize that vision, then. Yeah. So.
Nice dodge.
I mean, it's nice to have an early blink on Rubik, but you still gotta do things.
Well, you have the thing is, you have the blink on Rubik and you have the blink on Bat Rider.
Yeah.
Both things are really nice. And Bat Rider has Lasso up again. So we're gonna see what happens once he gets his mana back. And he almost has his Force Staff as well, which is pretty impressive, given the circumstances. And the Wraith Knight, what is he going for? Because he's the one that's been trying to avoid all these fights. Oh,
he's got 1,000 gold save up. I imagine Blink is gonna be the target. Although against a Razor, I'm not sure if you want to blink into him. So that gets a little bit awkward, but there's really just no good item against Razor, I think.
No. He's actually, I mean, Razor is the ultimate counter hero.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Is like,
correct me if I'm wrong, Razor's Link will persist through the reincarnation, right?
I want to say yes. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, it works the same for Aegis, so I imagine it works.
Yeah, then it should.
Even though Aegis and reincarnation is not the same thing. Looks like we're gonna see a gank up top.
Behaves very similarly though.
Or not.
Nope. Jayo just goes back, and Jayo is going for an BKB. Straight up. Which, if you look at MVP's team, there's not much answers for BKB outside of the Lasso. They find Chrissy, they're gonna ulti him, they're gonna silence him, they're gonna melt him.
Okay, that's just completely avoidable. The fact that you know they have high ground vision, but I guess they don't know, because Jayo now is gonna turn around. Multicast's gonna go on March, but he is extremely tanky thanks to that corrosive trinity. CM comes in for so much slow. Looks like they're gonna lose March, but the Firefly, Jayo's gonna die as a result. What a push! CM's gonna ditch it. Ultimate Reason's dropping pretty low, but he's got blink, so he can actually blink back in and do a Liffy. Who wants to blink away? He does! Well, when you don't play with 250 ping, Reason is looking pretty impressive.
Dude, he was kind of underperforming yesterday, or actually...
He had that CM ultimate that won them.
Yeah, well, but that's not much skill, right?
No, channeling against CM ultimate is pretty... I guess you press a button and you hope for the best.
I really like racing. He's a really nice guy. He was one of the very, very fun people to hang around at TA4. But this is everyone's game now. The Razor has everyone's game. Everyone's game. They're all gonna win and lose. But the network is pretty even, and the experience is pretty even for the other side as well. So right now you're looking
Rave King's dying right now, but he should be able to blink away. No, he doesn't.
Or he just wants to fight.
No, there was a spirit on top of him. So as soon as we respawned, he took damage from the spirit, and that was it.
That is sad. But yeah, the Mask of Madness on the Faceless Void versus the Blink Dagger on the Wraith King means that the Wraith King right now doesn't have the greatest of damage potential, but the team MVP has so much mobility that all they have to do is just rotate smartly, get some good vision on where Rave is, and they will get the pickoffs. And this is kind of what they're doing right now.
You gotta keep picking off the supports, and well,
that was
Mysticular misses. It doesn't really matter though. They're overkill, and Heen wastes a bit of mana.
Actually, Heen has a lot of mana. What does he have?
Arcane Boots?
Arcane Boots, yeah. Fair enough. Normally, if you don't go Arcane Boots, you use your ultimate and you
go home.
Yeah. So it was not such a big loss. This is a big D ward, by the way. 1 sentry gets 2 wards. So a lot of value there. And now MVP, the 2 supports are going to farm the jungle. And even though Rave seems to have more control of the map, MVP are finding their way to getting more farm on that Wraith King, more farm on the Bat Rider. And these are heroes that don't need as much to actually succeed.
Yeah, I don't actually like to see that Rave is grouping up because they're very weak in this stage of the game because right now your Void doesn't do much. Razor, I guess, could fight okay with BKB, but probably will want another item. And similar to Elder Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you want an item on two as well. So choosing to fight right now, especially against triple Blink Dagger, is almost suicidal, and I don't know why they're doing it. But looks like they are now finding Kyo on the bottom lane. Kyo decides to man fight. I think he could have blinked, but...
Oh, look at the... Wow.
Okay.
How did he do so much? Oh, he has a
double damage, yeah.
Okay. I was like, wow, all the bashes? No.
Back in the mid lane, looks like we're going to see a big ultimate coming. Wow, Reason gets blown out, and BKB Jo is going to work, but Force Staff away from the Bat Rider. Nicely done. Jo's still chasing for a little bit more. Don't think he should pursue for now, because he's not going to find anything. And
feels very confident right now. But
he's got that BKB. Nobody's going to really kill him.
Well, the thing is, the BKB is worn out.
Top tower is under attack.
Chrissy got another kill. Yeah, we missed that. But Chrissy got a kill on the Skyrat Mage that was trying to run the other side. And now March, he's actually in trouble right here. If he gets slowed, he's gonna get stumped. Nice, Force Staff from 4, I'm just saving him. And now the tower seems to be wanting to be defended.
No, they want to fight
on Ryo.
They got it on the tankiest target. No Chronosphere right now, but Christie's doing so much work. March, he's really slowed up. You can see that Kyo on the backline. Kyo does have his ultimate. They actually bring down the Elder Titan as well. Christie, Mask of Madness, doing so much work. The slow's gonna come in. Reason, well, he got a good CMO yesterday. He gets one right now as well. He jumps in on Christie. Christie's trying to jump away with Reason on cleanup duty. And this is why you don't group up and fight against MVP Phoenix, because they have way better mobility. Yeah. Reason drops a ward. I'll talk about that in a bit. And 2 supports trying to juke away. He finds Ninja Boogie, and Ninja Boogie's dead. Maybe he's gonna multicast?
No.
There you go.
Crystal Maiden manages to run out there. Please don't farm. And a lot of money going to the Wraith King, which is pretty cool.
Drive by Nova.
That is the guy you want to give the farm to right now. Yep. The Bat Rider already has the Force Staff and the Blink. The Viper, I mean, let's face it, the Viper is not there for the damage.
No.
He has a mech, which...
He's there to soak up the damage, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
So earlier when Reason was like doing his thing, blinking around and dropping stuff, he dropped a ward in the middle of the fight. Yeah. And generally when you're as a support and there's a fight that breaks out around hills and stuff and you have ward, just throw it down. Like you don't know if that extra vision is going to help you get a kill or see a rotation coming in. It's just a very good habit to have.
It also speaks of very big clarity of mind. Sometimes in chases you just tunnel visioning to focusing on your target. He's like, no, okay, I can actually do 2 things at the same time.
Yeah, he plays a very YOLO Rubik. We saw him earlier blinking south to get a kill and then dying to Razor, blinking to chase a Void and up that ramp.
Well, the good thing about being a farm support is that end of the day, you're a support.
Yeah.
So you just thank for the farm you have, but you don't worry too much. So Kyo is actually being a little bit too aggressive here. If he gets Frost Nova before he can blink, that was smart.
Yeah, Kyo, like I think he died maybe 2-3 times more than he should have this game.
Yeah.
Especially with the Blink Dagger, you shouldn't be dying anymore.
Use your Midas.
Yeah, he's going there. This is the exact same build I went the other day when we were playing together.
You want to jump on this guy? Yeah, found him.
Gotta check your chain stun as well, and that's not the best chain stun, but they have big crits.
Yeah.
And gets the kill, and he's up to 2,600 gold. So I wonder what you'll get here. Blade Mail's kind of the nice go-to choice, but Blade Mail is also one of those items that makes your inventory filled up very quickly. Because you already have Midas, you already have Blink, you need Shreds, you need TP. So
I don't think you go Blade Mail just for the fact that where's the damage in your team if you go Blade Mail? Like remember, you have a Viper and a Rider as your other cores. I think you either try to go Armlet or try to go Desolator. Like he goes for Maelstrom.
So I wonder, like, because Armlet is probably the best. Okay, that actually spends a chrono for... If Kyo is good enough, he could blink away from this, or fast enough, rather. No, you drop a spear under him, there you go, he could never blink. And he's dead. Where's the TP support? There is none, because there's a fight breaking out on the top side of the map, and it's going to be Jo, he's popping the BKB, and he is able to TP away.
Well, it's a VKB charge.
Right, but Rave King just died twice again.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
Look at the bright side. I mean, Rave King died, but that was not anything he could do. And there was, the money, most of the money going actually to the Elder Titan. So, as I said, Maelstrom, actually some damage. And also, something important, some AoE damage, which MVP actually lacks as well.
Yeah.
Because other than Fate Bolt and...
Well, I'm not sure how important AoE damage is, because basically the entirety of MVP's team is we initiate one and we kill that one fast and we move to the next target. We have really good single target lockdown.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But that means that you have to play under those exact same.
Yeah. And it obviously help you farm a little bit faster. And I think that's the reason why he gone for it, because if you just want raw damage and just like goodness in terms of damage, attack speed, armor, you just go for Armlet. It's probably like the most cost-efficient item for Strength Heroes by far. But Maelstrom obviously upgrades into a bigger item a little bit later on. Synergize out with Rave King with the electric charges. So a lot of small benefits here and there.
The thing about MVP, and I don't know if it's actually a plus side or a minus side for them right now, is even though they have this great lineup for pickoffs and they got a lot of pickoffs to the point that we're like still kind of even in the kill score, they haven't gotten any objectives out of it. Like they didn't get Roshan right now, and all the tier 1 towers are still alive and pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So
and it's
going to
be transition. It's going to be harder to push into Rave, because once the Aghanim gets finished and once Void already has BKB, so when he jumps in Chrono and BKBs, the fight's going to get much harder. So I agree with you. Like they did not use their early game dominance to get a lot of map objective, and now will get harder and harder to get those map objectives. Heen is just like. He's fine, man.
Is he?
Yeah, nobody sees him.
He's a ninja.
Ooh, Batrider's coming in as well. This is a hard fight to fight into. I don't like this fight at all.
Oh, they scouted it. They see it. And he hopefully doesn't go out with the Crips.
Yeah, Heen's TPing to tier 1.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or tier 3. Normally, I think you just let this tower go. Looks like Rave is not going to pursue that tower.
And they try to go for the other one. They saw a lot of people and said, like, well, why should we actually play into getting initiated?
Well, they have 2 PKB. Like, if you initiate on the Void, he might probably die, but you're going to eat an Echo Stomp into a Earth Splitter. And if you don't initiate on the Void's going to chrono your team.
Oh,
in fact, it's going to be a one-man chrono. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. They're going to blow everything on March, and March will die. Meanwhile, stolen chrono, it gets like half the team. Here comes the Mystic Flare. What a play from Reason.
Yeah, and now Ogre Magi has to run away. And this is a 1-for-1. It's still a support for a core, so properly for RA, but here comes the Batrider initiation, the stun on the Ogre Magi. Can they do something? The Faceless Void wants to go aggressive, but it's Jayo who's doing all the damage, pretty much destroying everyone. Batrider finally dies, and now it's a 3-for-1 and looking very dire. Kyo jumping and getting the Ogre Magi kill as well. Everyone low from Rave. Are they trying to run away? Do you want to engage Jayo? He's being lining up.
Yeah, Kyo losing his damage as well. Earth Splitter, or the Echo Stomp will miss. Wow, Kyo just man-moding. He's got his ultimate, so he's not afraid. He's man-fighting Chrissy, a Blink and Fable. Jail's gonna die to a crit as well, and can the Void jump away? He gets stunned. Where's the Blink lift from the... Oh, there's no Blink lift. He comes in. No. Where was Reason the whole time?
Reason was too low until
I get he was afraid of a jump in and a bash. Yeah. And he's got 4 staff now. So I actually really dislike that Chronosphere just for March.
Yeah.
You kill March, but what is Viper really going to do if you leave him alone? I think your Chrono needs to be hitting at least 2. And in fact, the Chrono stolen by Reason did a lot more against Rave, because it set up a Mystic Flare, it killed the CM, and now he's going to have it.
The design on trying to get March on the Chronosphere was to make sure that that mech didn't pop. And they actually did that.
Yeah, actually that is pretty important too.
By focusing him, essentially, while the mech didn't pop, they didn't actually distribute the damage properly through everyone else. So by the time the March died, everyone was still in full HP. So,
and you're down Chrono, you're down a couple of
key spells.
Yeah. Kyo is gonna finish this Mjolnir after this fight if he doesn't die to the.
And Razor actually has an Aghanim Scepter.
Chrissy might find himself some free kills. Do they have detection here? No, I don't think they do.
No, he was just lucky.
You can find this stack and be like, yo, thanks.
Oh, here finds Heen, Chronosphere.
Chrissy is not afraid to solo chrono.
which is fine.
In this case, it was great.
Yeah. Especially since he's already level 16. And yeah, there's a lot of vision, as Griff points out. So everyone walking there in the ancient/secret shop area can get caught. But as I say, it's level 16 already, so the chrono has a very low cooldown. It's just 1.5 minutes. So just using that chrono liberally is pretty fun. And actually, being 90 seconds on level 3 chrono, it makes me feel that the Ag Scepter, it's not as great since that buff to chrono.
Yeah, because
it used to go from something like 100 seconds to 60.
Which is amazing, because you're almost cutting down by 50%. But now, it's okay.
It's okay, but it's just like, it's an indirect nerf to the Ag Scepter, which...
Not as big of a buff is the way I put it.
Exactly,
Not exactly a nerf.
And now the tier 2 towers are pretty much gone, at least, well, sorry, the mid tier 2 towers is gone, the top and bottom are there. MVP still hasn't gotten any tier 1 tower, but that's the question again, like for you, is this like really a disadvantage or is it just free gold waiting to be picked?
Normally I would say it's free gold waiting to be picked, but you're going up against a void. So, I don't know, it depends on how Rave defends their tower. And it seems like they're not really defending their tower, so essentially it was free gold in the bank.
They didn't even use a glyph,
which
is a mistake.
I mean, you see both teams are making a couple of mistakes here and there, but overall, the game plan for both teams is pretty clear. And it looks like Rave says we're not going to defend because we're more interested in pushing down tier 2. Blink Chronosphere, but it doesn't get the Void. The Void gets lifted back into the Chronosphere. Basically, it was a big chain stun, but Reason's going to die as a result. Look at him go! That's 4 hits and a bash, and of course, Rave King by himself can't do everything. They're really overextending way too much. Yeah, everybody's dead. I did not like that initiation from Reason at all. It was a great chrono, but his team was not there.
Yeah.
That was the game.
I think that is at least one set of racks.
It's one set of racks, and by the time they get this, the Razor Ultimate will be back on, I think. And then you could just take down mid as well.
Yeah. And the only one that can buy back is March, but at the same time...
Has March done anything this game?
No, not really. Not to say he played horribly, but it's just he was in that dual lane mid that didn't leave him much option to do anything. He didn't rotate much. His Viper Strike was very insignificant because he had 2 big targets that he needed to go for, the Razor and the Faceless Void. And even if he stopped one with Viper Strike, the other one would hit on people.
Let's see if we're going to see any miraculous hold. They would not have Rave King for this. They're going to throw everything on Ninja Buki, a little miscommunication between Heen and Reason. And that Rax, it's taking a ton of damage. Razor's going to stand in the front line and take the last hit from it. And that's it. That's 2 set of Rax after 1 bad Chronosphere.
From the Rubik.
I mean, Reason's played really well this game, but that one was a little questionable.
Yeah. So now, as you said, the two cores for Rave are way too far ahead with the Mask of Madness and the Maelstrom on the Faceless Void. And Jo with 4,000 gold, which he can go for whatever he wants right now. I mean, he can go super tanky, he can go just to pure right-click damage, whatever he feels like he can definitely do. MVP has put themselves in a position where they have to rely entirely on the damage of the Wraith King.
And he's not doing enough.
He just can't do much.
Yeah.
He has 7 armor and 1900 HP. Which at this point of the game, for a core that's supposed to be in the middle of the fight and be tanky, it's not impressive at all.
Yeah, basically...
Spoiler alert, Scriff.
The idea of the Maelstrom is that, the base armor is 0, is what Scriff is trying to show us, once the aura is applied. The idea of the Maelstrom is it will get you to your next item so quick that you don't worry about it. Unfortunately, as soon as we finished the Mjolnir, and we've been online for a while, he's been dying.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get to the AC or a BKB.
And now he's going for a BKB. He feels like he has to.
Yeah.
And, I don't disagree with this item choice, but then again, you kind of feel like you have to, but then you have no damage.
It's not too bad. I mean, BKB gives you what? 20-something? 30?
20,
40?
20
40 damage?
Ish.
Yeah. He already hits pretty hard thanks to, Mjolnir crits.
I mean, you never go to say BKB, BKB will give you damage as a strength hero. And that's not what
it gives you some. It's not the best,
Yeah.
But can we check if the Force Staff on Rave have 4 staffs, or the support heroes on Raves have 4 staffs. CM's got 1,
And
Ogre's got 1. So yeah, I don't think that Rave King could really lock down anybody. Sure, he could blink in stun and begin to right click, but if the support heroes are reacting quickly enough, that Rave King is not.
It doesn't even matter because if the Racer is not the one that gets locked down, he will just
link him.
Once the Wraith King doesn't have any more damage, who's gonna do the damage in your team?
I mean, that depends if JL basically reserves his link and not use it for anybody else. A lot of times you see a target, you see a slow target, you just kind of walk in and be like, hey, here's a link.
I understand what you're saying, and normally that's the case, but when you're winning like this,
yeah, you just leave it for the...
You don't need the extra damage from linking someone, so you just use it as a countermeasure to make sure that the only way the MVP has to turn around the game is not gonna get used.
Yeah. I think Razor picked up an item. I didn't see what it is. It's flying out to him on the courier. So he picked up Shiva's guard. He got BKB'd.
Sure.
Rave King blinked in, threw a stun, and just like poured it out all this chrono. Not even needed.
Not even need a chrono.
Jeez.
Got stuck there. Now they're gonna find someone else? No, they're just gonna gather up top.
Oh, he dropped the gem.
So fast.
He dropped the gem after that fight.
Yep.
That's no good. JO picked up Shiva's, which basically means he's unkillable at this point.
Yeah, with the Lincoln on top and the Shiva's.
I'm actually very surprised that Rave was able to take this game so convincingly, or at least not. The making was pretty close, but right now it didn't look so good after that one fight. And here comes JO.
It was a combination of better heroes in the end.
Yeah, Chrono gets 2. This time it's gonna be good. Chrissy, well, I mean, there's a Chrono on the side of the what you call it? Is he gonna try to Chrono? That gets on everybody, but Q blinks out. The Chrono was so good because he was barely on the edge of it. Reason still playing extremely well. You cannot ask for a better Chrono. Unfortunately, nobody followed up.
No, nothing you can do, to be honest, and that will mean the third tier 3 tower going down. They're banging on the Raxus. Now they want to go there. Jesus. Chrissy destroys him, and Chrissy's gonna die, but it really doesn't matter because he still has the Aegis. Ryzen dies, they call the GG.
Yeah, so in the Korean League,
yes,
generally MVP Phoenix is like undefeated or unbeatable. And Rave is 2nd place, but they're not even a close 2nd place.
Right.
Because MVP Phoenix is like, I don't know, 14-0, and every other Korean team is like negative.
Really?
There's only 4 teams on like the tier A.
Okay.
Every other team is negative, and then you have MVP Phoenix not dropping a single game. So I thought coming into this game, MVP would take it easily. But Rave, surprisingly, gets a big win.
I mean, if IG can lose a game to MVP Phoenix, there's no reason why MVP Phoenix cannot lose a game to Rave. And looking back into that game, again, it was kind of like a decision of MVP's plan was, let's get quick blink daggers and the Bat Rider on the Wraith King. Oh, cool, we got one on Rubik. That's amazing.
Yep.
Let's just get pickoffs. They did get the pickoffs.
Yep.
They didn't do anything with that.
Yep.
Because Rave was actually rotating well. They were roaming with their supports and forcing MVP to not being able to rotate as much as they wanted. And Rave, on the other hand, they abused the fact that MVP was leaving their course to hang, and they got the towers, and they got Roshan, and with those objectives, they got so big that Wraith King by himself couldn't do anything to
I think the big problem is they only picked off the Void once. I think Razor was untouched the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, he died once or...
Yeah, I don't think he got picked by the blinks. And also, QO died too many times with the blink. So when you're the solo core dealing against a Razor, which is already a hard core to deal with, and a Void as a Rave King, you just can't die.
I have to say, I don't watch the Korean League much, but looking at MVP Phoenix yesterday and today, it feels like QO is kind of like the weakest link of that team.
Maybe he's just having a bad day, I guess, but I would have to agree.
I mean, Terrorblade yesterday just died. Yeah. That was, again, kind of outdrafted, but he didn't do well. The last game...
Death Prophet?
No, the Death Prophet was the game they won.
Yeah.
The third game...
I forgot what he played.
He played another carry that didn't do well. Yeah. And today he just fed with Wraith King. I keep saying Wraith Knight. But anyways, he'll have a chance to redeem himself in game 2, which will come after the break. So see you guys in a bit.
In Inspired from the stealth fighter bomber, go faster than ever thought possible with more control and optimization that adapts to you. ASUS RT AC87U Wireless AC 2400 Dual Band Gigabit Router. Equipped with 2 dual-core processors, 87U guarantees robust multitasking for all your connected devices simultaneously. With USB 3.0, you can experience up to 10 times faster speeds. Share printers, storage devices, connect 3G and 4G mobile broadband, and make Time Machine-enabled backups. ASUS AI Cloud 2.0 is your personal cloud to access, sync, share, and stream